Have you ever wondered why you think the way you do, feel the way you feel, or see the world through the lens you do? What if I told you that these aspects of your consciousness are not entirely your own, but rather the result of unseen forces meticulously shaping your perceptions from the shadows? This is the hidden battlefield of the mind, where the fight for control over what you see, think, and feel is being waged without your conscious awareness. This is the reality of the hidden programs of the mind, a reality that dictates the course of your life in ways you might not have dared to imagine. Imagine waking up one day to find that everything you believed to be true, the sky's blueness, the sun's warmth, the very perception of your reality, was not the result of your own organic thoughts, but rather the output of a sophisticated script running silently in the background of your mind. This revelation is not intended to frighten, but to awaken. It begs the question, if our perceptions can be so easily manipulated, who then holds the remote to our minds? From the moment you were born, you've been enrolled in an unspoken course on how to think, feel, and perceive. The curriculum authored by history, politics, education systems, media, and even our loved ones. Who are these architects of reality? They are not a single entity, but a myriad of forces, some benevolent, seeking to guide society towards a common good, and others, more nefarious, looking to exploit the psyche for power, control, or profit. Recognizing their influence is the first step towards freedom. It's about peeling back the layers of your consciousness and asking, why do I believe what I believe? The tools used to shape our inner world are both subtle and sophisticated, ranging from the news we read, the shows we watch, to the very language we use. Language, for instance, is not just a means of communication, but a framework through which we understand the world. By controlling language, one can limit what people can think or feel, a concept George Orwell chillingly explored in his novel 1984 with Newspeak. Consider for a moment the impact of social media on your emotions and beliefs. Algorithms designed to capture and retain your attention feed you a constant stream of content that reinforces your existing views, trapping you in an echo chamber where your ideas are never challenged but constantly affirmed. This digital feedback loop is a form of programming, subtly influencing your perception of reality, relationships, and even your sense of self. Breaking free from these hidden programs requires more than just realization. It requires a transformation in how we engage with the world and ourselves. It calls for a shift from being passive recipients of information to active, critical thinkers. It's about questioning the status quo, seeking out diverse perspectives, and cultivating a sense of inner discernment to distinguish between what is genuinely your own thought and what has been planted there by external forces. One philosopher who delved deep into the intricacies of perception, consciousness, and the manipulation of reality is Jean Baudrillard. Baudrillard, a French philosopher, is renowned for his ideas on hyperreality and simulation. He provocatively challenged the boundaries between the real and the simulated, asserting that we live in a world where symbols, signs, and simulations have overtaken reality itself. Baudrillard's work is particularly relevant when contemplating the architects of reality and the power they hold. He argued that modern society had entered a phase where simulations and representations of reality had become more real than the actual world they were meant to represent. In a world saturated with media, advertisements, and simulations, our perception of reality is continually distorted. Consider the way in which advertising creates desires for products that we don't truly need, or how news media can shape our perceptions of global events by selectively presenting information. Baudrillard argued that these processes contribute to the construction of hyperreality, a reality that exists beyond the real, where images and representations take precedence. Baudrillard's ideas force us to confront the notion that our beliefs and perceptions may be more influenced by the images and symbols presented to us than by objective truths. He would likely contend that the architects of reality are not just manipulating our perceptions, They are creating entirely new realities in which we exist, often without even realizing it. To break free from this cycle, as Baudrillard might suggest, we must become hyper-aware of the simulations and representations that surround us. We must learn to critically evaluate the images, symbols, and narratives that shape our understanding of the world. This requires a constant process of deconstruction and reflection, questioning the authenticity of what we encounter and seeking the underlying motivations behind it. This journey of awakening is not an easy one. It challenges the very foundation of your reality and asks you to let go of long-held beliefs and assumptions. But it is also a journey of incredible liberation. As you start to see the programming for what it is, you begin to reclaim your mental sovereignty, discovering a level of freedom and authenticity you never thought possible. In the dust of ancient history lie the roots of the scripts that still run our minds today. Understanding where these programs began is crucial for anyone seeking to break free from their grasp. It's a journey that will challenge us to look beyond the facade of our modern society and into the very essence of human nature. The story begins in ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt and China, among the first civilizations to establish complex societal structures. With the advent of agriculture, humans settled into permanent communities, and with these settlements came the first forms of government and religion. These were not merely institutions of social order, but the earliest programmers of the human mind, dictating not only the laws of the land, but the laws of thought and belief. Religion, with its pantheon of gods and goddesses, rituals and mythologies, served as the first narrative framework through which people understood their world. These stories weren't just tales, they were the operating system of the ancient mind, guiding morality, ethics, and the understanding of the natural world. Similarly, the decrees of kings and pharaohs were not merely commands, but were seen as divine will, shaping the collective consciousness towards obedience and conformity. As civilizations evolved, so too did the methods of control. With the invention of writing, the spoken word was no longer the sole medium for transmitting knowledge and beliefs. Scripts, texts, and eventually books became the new software updates for the human mind, each iteration refining and expanding the control over what people believed was possible, moral, and true. The rise of empires brought about the spread of these programs across continents. Conquests were not just military campaigns, but were battles for the mind, with the victors imposing their own cultures, languages, and beliefs on the conquered. The Roman Empire, for instance, not only spread its territory, but its laws, its language, and its way of life, reprogramming vast swathes of the ancient world. Fast forward to the Enlightenment, a pivotal era that challenged the very foundation of these ancient programs. Thinkers like Descartes, Voltaire, and Kant began to question the authority of religion and the monarchy, advocating for reason, individualism, and freedom of thought. This was a revolutionary update in the human software, sparking movements for democracy, human rights, and scientific discovery. However, as history marched on, new forms of control emerged. The Industrial Revolution brought about mass media, newspapers, radio, and television, creating unprecedented opportunities for programming on a mass scale. Governments and corporations alike learned to harness these tools to shape public opinion, consumer behavior, and political agendas. Today, we stand on the frontier of the digital age, where the power to program minds has become more potent and pervasive than ever before. The internet, social media, and artificial intelligence represent the latest evolution in the long history of mind control, capable of influencing billions of people at the speed of light. Yet, with each new form of control comes new possibilities for liberation. Just as the Enlightenment thinkers used reason and debate to break the chains of religious and royal authority, we too have the tools to question, challenge, and rewrite the programs that govern our lives. The key lies in understanding the nature of these programs, not as invincible forces, but as constructs that can be deconstructed and redesigned. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of our own minds, we've uncovered the origins and evolution of the invisible forces that shape our perceptions. Now we stand at the precipice of liberation, ready to embark on the journey of reclaiming our mental sovereignty. This process is not a quick fix, but a profound transformation that unfolds in steps. In this part, we focus on the first crucial step towards overcoming the control: awakening awareness. Awareness is the dawn that dispels the darkness of ignorance. It is the realization that our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions have been influenced, shaped, and sometimes controlled by external forces. This awakening is the first and perhaps the most crucial step on the path to mental freedom. Without awareness, change is impossible. With it, all change is possible. Awakening awareness begins with the mirror of reflection, a deep, honest look at our beliefs, values, and the narratives that guide our lives. It's about questioning the origin of our deepest convictions. Are they the product of our own reasoning, experiences, and insights, or have they been planted in our minds by society, culture, media, or even our education? The tool for this step is inquiry. Inquiry is the gentle but relentless questioning of everything we take for granted. It's about adopting a mindset of curiosity and skepticism towards the information we consume, the opinions we hold dear, and the worldviews we inhabit. This doesn't mean we live in a constant state of doubt, but rather in a state of open-mindedness, ready to reassess and adapt our beliefs in the light of new evidence and perspectives. Mindfulness is the practice that anchors our awareness in the present moment, helping us observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment or judgment. Through mindfulness, we can detect the automatic reactions and judgments that are the hallmarks of programmed thinking. By observing our mental and emotional processes, we can start to identify the patterns that have been conditioned into us, distinguishing between reactions that are truly ours and those that are the result of external programming. One philosopher who delved deeply into the realm of awareness, mindfulness, and self-inquiry was Jiddu Krishnamurti. Born in India in 1895, Krishnamurti went on to become a prominent spiritual teacher and philosopher who advocated for a profound understanding of human consciousness and the pursuit of inner freedom. Krishnamurti emphasized the importance of awareness as a means to break free from the conditioning imposed upon individuals by society and culture. He believed that true liberation could only be achieved by deeply examining our own thoughts, beliefs, and conditioning. According to Krishnamurti, awareness is the key to unraveling the complex web of influences that shape our perception of reality. One of Krishnamurti's core teachings was the idea that the mind must be free from all forms of authority, whether they be external or internal. He encouraged people to question not only the external sources of authority, such as governments and institutions, but also the internal authorities that dictate our thoughts and actions, such as belief systems and cultural norms. Krishnamurti's philosophy resonates strongly with the idea expressed earlier in this text, that true awareness involves a deep, honest reflection on the origin of our beliefs and values. In his numerous talks and writings, Krishnamurti also emphasized the importance of mindfulness, or what he called choiceless awareness. He encouraged individuals to observe their thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment or attachment, much like the mindfulness practice mentioned earlier. Through this process, he believed that one could come to understand the conditioning that shapes their thinking and ultimately free themselves from it. Educating ourselves is a powerful way to expand our awareness. This involves actively seeking out information from a wide range of sources, especially those that challenge our current perspectives. It's about learning the history of thought, understanding the psychological mechanisms behind persuasion and influence, and studying the ways in which societies have been structured to maintain certain power dynamics. Engaging in open, constructive dialogue with others, especially those with different viewpoints, is another way to awaken our awareness. Dialogue exposes us to alternative ways of seeing the world, helping us break out of the echo chambers that reinforce our programmed beliefs. It's through the friction and fusion of differing perspectives that we can forge a more nuanced, comprehensive understanding of reality. With the dawn of awakened awareness illuminating the landscapes of our minds, we've taken the first crucial step toward reclaiming our mental sovereignty. The journey from darkness into light continues as we embark upon the second pivotal phase of our liberation, critical thinking and deconstruction. This stage is where the intellectual meets the introspective, where we harness the power of our awakened awareness to dismantle the programs that have held sway over our perceptions and beliefs. Critical thinking is the scalpel in our toolkit for mental liberation, allowing us to dissect and analyze the beliefs and assumptions that have been instilled in us. It's a method of questioning that goes beyond the superficial layers, probing into the depth of ideas to understand their origins, their purposes, and their impacts on our lives. The process of deconstruction begins with identifying the core beliefs that shape our understanding of ourselves and the world. These beliefs can range from societal norms and values to personal convictions about success, happiness, and identity. Once identified, we subject these beliefs to rigorous scrutiny. Why do I hold this belief? Is it based on empirical evidence or hearsay? Does it serve my well-being and growth, or does it limit me? Critical thinking demands that we trace our beliefs back to their sources. This involves a deep dive into the origins of the information we consume, be it media, literature, or discourse within our communities. We question the credibility of these sources, their potential biases, and the context in which they were produced. By understanding the genesis of our beliefs, we can better assess their validity and relevance to our lives. Our minds are wired with cognitive biases, systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment. These biases can distort our thinking and decision-making processes, often reinforcing pre-existing beliefs and assumptions. Critical thinking involves recognizing and challenging these biases, striving for a more objective and balanced perspective. Techniques such as considering alternative viewpoints, seeking out disconfirming evidence, and engaging in thought experiments are invaluable tools in this endeavor. One philosopher we can turn to for more information on this topic is Michel Foucault. Michel Foucault's work focused on examining power structures and how they shape our perceptions and beliefs. He argued that we should scrutinize the systems of knowledge and power that influence our thoughts and behaviors, urging us to question the underlying assumptions that underpin our society. At the heart of critical thinking lies logical analysis, the ability to reason clearly and coherently. This involves breaking down complex ideas into their component parts, examining the relationships between these parts, and evaluating arguments for logical consistency and validity. By honing our skills in logical analysis, we can better navigate the sea of information and misinformation that characterizes our digital age. One of the most challenging aspects of critical thinking is learning to live with uncertainty. The deconstruction process often reveals that there are no absolute truths, only perspectives shaped by context, experience, and evidence. Embracing uncertainty means being open to changing our minds in light of new evidence, recognizing that knowledge is a journey, not a destination. Critical thinking and deconstruction are not merely intellectual exercises, they are acts of empowerment. By questioning and analyzing our beliefs, we take control of the narratives that define us. We move from being passive recipients of information to active participants in the construction of our reality. With the debris of these old structures cleared away, we now approach the next critical phase of our journey towards mental liberation, reconstruction and empowerment, with a special focus on the role of the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is like the vast, unseen portion of an iceberg hidden beneath the ocean's surface, driving much of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways we scarcely understand. It is within this powerful domain that many of our beliefs, fears, and desires reside, operating behind the scenes, influencing our decisions and shaping our lives. To truly free ourselves from the hidden programs of the mind, we must engage with our subconscious, bringing to light the shadows and scripting a new narrative that aligns with our conscious desires and values. The subconscious is not a monolithic block, but a complex, dynamic system that stores memories, habits, and beliefs. It's where automatic processes like breathing and digestion are managed, but it's also where deeply ingrained beliefs about self-worth, fear, love, and possibility reside. These beliefs, often formed in childhood, can dictate the course of our lives unless we actively choose to change them. Ancient philosophy and belief systems have long recognized the power of the subconscious mind. In ancient Egypt, for instance, the concept of the ka represented an individual's life force and essence, which continued to exist after death. Egyptian practices aim to ensure the ka's well-being in the afterlife through meticulous burial rituals and the preservation of the body. This belief in the ka's enduring influence underscores the importance of our inner world and the idea that our thoughts and beliefs continue to shape our experiences even beyond this life. Similarly, in ancient Hindu philosophy, the concept of the Atman signifies the eternal, unchanging self within each person. It is considered the true essence of one's being and is said to be connected to the universal consciousness, emphasizing the significance of introspection and self-realization to reach enlightenment. These ancient philosophies provide a foundation for understanding the depths of the subconscious mind and its impact on our existence. Communicating with the subconscious requires a different language, symbols, imagery, and emotion. Techniques such as meditation, visualization, and journaling can serve as bridges between the conscious and subconscious minds. Through meditation, we quiet the chatter of the conscious mind, allowing deeper insights to emerge. Visualization enables us to imprint new images and possibilities onto our subconscious, while journaling helps surface and articulate those hidden beliefs that shape our reality. The process of reprogramming our subconscious begins with identifying the narratives that no longer serve us. This might involve uncovering limiting beliefs about our capabilities, worthiness, or what we believe is possible in our lives. Once identified, we can begin the work of replacing these beliefs with empowering alternatives. Affirmations, repeated with feeling and conviction, can be powerful tools for embedding new beliefs into our subconscious. However, for affirmations to be effective, they must be practiced consistently and aligned with our genuine desires and values. As we align our subconscious with our conscious goals and values, we unlock the powerful ally of intuition. Intuition, the subtle knowing without rational explanation, becomes more accessible as we clear the clutter of limiting beliefs and align our inner world. It guides us towards decisions and actions that resonate deeply with our true selves, leading us on the path of genuine fulfillment and purpose. But now you must realize that you should be living beyond the program. This is where the profound work of awakening, deconstruction, and reprogramming coalesces into a lived reality, a testament to our resilience and our commitment to true freedom. This is the fourth and final step: embodying the change. Having traversed the depths of our subconscious and illuminated the hidden scripts that once directed our lives, we now possess the tools and insights to author a life of our own design. Living beyond the program means embodying the changes we've cultivated, integrating our newfound beliefs and values into every thought, word, and action. It's about moving through the world with a sense of purpose and authenticity that radiates from our very core, influencing everything around us. The essence of living beyond the program is rooted in the power of conscious choice. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose actions, thoughts, and responses that align with our true selves, rather than the conditioned patterns of the past. This doesn't mean we won't face challenges or moments of doubt. Rather, it means we approach these situations with a heightened sense of awareness, recognizing them as opportunities for growth and reaffirmation of our values. Living intentionally means directing our energy and resources towards what truly matters to us, crafting a life that reflects our deepest values and aspirations. It involves setting boundaries that protect our mental and emotional well-being, pursuing passions that ignite our spirit, and cultivating relationships that support and enrich our journey. It's about making choices that are in harmony with our inner truth, even when they diverge from societal expectations or norms. As we reflect on this journey, we see that we've learned that the keys to our mental sovereignty lie within us, in our capacity to question, to feel deeply, and to choose consciously. Living beyond the program is not merely an act of personal liberation, but a contribution to the collective awakening of humanity. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.